There's no question that in the fiercely competitive world of professional wrestling, there's a great deal of competition among competing factions. And like many other sports franchises in existence, each company is vying to procure the finest possible talent for their organization. This healthy competition, though, is really great for the wrestling industry and only offers more variety for fans. So today, we're looking at why another big WWE superstar may be leaving for a new company after their contract ends. You do not want to miss this. First up, the latest wrestler to join a new franchise. 32-year-old Austin Jenkins was born and raised in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, USA. In the ring, Jenkins goes by the wrestling name Adam Cole. Cole has garnered legions of fans around the world thanks to his stints in the World Wrestling Federation, WWE, and Ring of Honor, ROH, wrestling franchises. Due to recent global events, mainly the COVID pandemic, the World Wrestling Federation, like many businesses and corporations, has been forced to make some budget cuts. This is likely due to the fact that the WWE's 2020 touring came to a grinding stop. As a result, the WWE has lost some of its wrestlers to competing franchises, such as the All Elite Wrestling (AEW) organization. Wrestling fans have been keeping a close eye on the situation. Rumor has it that even wrestling tycoon Vince McMahon is worried that more wrestlers on his roster may be looking at other franchises. Up next, we'll take a look at what set the stage for one of Cole's biggest pay-per-view wrestling events of 2021. Before these two wrestlers became arch rivals, they were actually very close friends. Cole and his former friend Kyle O'Reilly, who were members of the wrestling stable known as Undisputed Era, have been beefing ever since February of 2021 when the relationship turned sour at the NXT TakeOver's Vengeance Day event. Cole decided to give Baylor a vicious superkick, and O'Reilly took objection to that and gave Cole a little lip. With his pride and ego busted, Cole responded to O'Reilly's remarks with another superkick, which essentially knocked O'Reilly out. This set the stage for what would become not one, not two, but three huge pay-per-view events between Cole and O'Reilly in what is known as a 2 out of 3 Falls Stipulation series of events. For the first event, O'Reilly opted for a basic singles match. For the second event, however, Cole opted for a street fight styled event for the second round, and William Regal, the general manager of NXT, announced that the decisive third match would be a brawl inside the notorious steel cage. Next up, we'll take a look at the recent series of brawls between Cole and his arch nemesis, Kyle O'Reilly. Back in August of 2021, Adam Cole faced off against Kyle O'Reilly in the 2 out of 3 Falls match at the WWE's NXT event TakeOver 36. O'Reilly would get the first fall, and Cole got the second. This meant that both wrestlers would be headed for a decisive third match in the NXT's infamous steel cage. During the steel cage match, Cole and O'Reilly were warring back and forth. When Cole managed to get the upper hand, O'Reilly soon got caught up in the melee, and Cole succeeded in handcuffing O'Reilly to the steel cage, and fans went wild. To everyone's shock and amazement, however, O'Reilly was miraculously able to secure a solid heel hook on Cole, and the pain was on. Cole struggled to break free from the clutches of O'Reilly's sudden move, but was ultimately unable to break free. With the pain and pressure mounting fast, Cole was forced to make a decision that no wrestler ever wants to make. He tapped out. Up next, the Cole and O'Reilly rivalry heats up. Former friends and Undisputed Era teammates Cole and O'Reilly officially faced off against one another for the first time at the NXT TakeOver event Stand and Deliver. When the dust settled in this unsanctioned event, O'Reilly would emerge as the victor after he rammed Cole's head into a steel chair using what is known as a top rope knee. Cole was infuriated by this and vowed to seek revenge and make a comeback. To add fuel to the fire, Cole argued that the match at the Stand and Deliver didn't actually count because it was, of course, unsanctioned. Cole's opportunity for revenge came sooner than he expected, and he and O'Reilly went head-to-head at NXT's Great American Bash. This time, though, it was Cole who would emerge the victor. This evened the rivalry to 1-1. Despite both wrestlers now being even, the rivalry nonetheless continued to heat up. These superstar wrestlers were hungry for blood and vowed that they wouldn't stop until one of the two was crowned king of the ring. And this is why general manager William Regal decided on a steel cage match at TakeOver 36. Next up, we'll take a look at Cole's future in the world of professional wrestling. Rumors have swirled that Cole is set to leave the World Wrestling Entertainment franchise for the All Elite Wrestling franchise because his contract is set to expire. Many suspect that because O'Reilly won the third matchup, that Cole has decided to try his hand at a new franchise. The biggest deciding factor for many wrestlers thinking of switching franchises often comes down to dollars and cents. Money is also why the World Wrestling Federation decided to cut superstars like Lana and Braun Strowman from their main lineup. For similar reasons, Vince McMahon and his team of executives may not want to pay a lot of cheddar for Cole. For months, however, some have suspected that McMahon may want to pony up the dough for Cole, since losing superstars like Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan. McMahon has been frustrated with the All Elite Wrestling franchise because the number of his top-tier wrestling fans are all making the leap to AEW, so it's become quite clear that McMahon and his WWE team is having a serious retention problem. But at the time of this recording, we have come to learn that Cole has indeed signed with All Elite Wrestling, so McMahon has officially lost yet another star talent. Up next, we'll discuss Cole's hopes and dreams of making it in professional wrestling. Cole has had an impressive 13-year professional wrestling career and has accomplished more than he could have ever imagined. Cole has described the whirlwind experience as utterly surreal. Cole said, "It's been incredible. When I first decided I wanted to be a pro wrestler, the mentality was that I just wanted to get out there and wrestle. And at the end of the day, that's all I want to do as well." Believe it or not, behind the scenes, Cole is actually a really quiet and humble guy. He certainly isn't the type of guy to let the glitz and glamour of fame go to his head. Cole recently said, "It felt like a full circle moment in a lot of ways. I haven't gotten to share the ring with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega in a really long time. This is the first time since 2009 that me and Kyle O'Reilly are not in the same company, which is really crazy to think about. For so many years we had worked alongside each other, whether that be as partners or as enemies, we had worked alongside each other." Next up, we'll take a look at the top reasons why Cole ultimately decided to make the leap to the All Elite Wrestling team. Cole had a wild 4-year run with NXT and discussed the main reasons why he made the jump to AEW. Cole had longed for AEW for quite some time and dreamed of being part of the team. Cole recognized the profound love and adoration that fans have for the AEW franchise and desperately wanted to be part of that. Cole was also extremely eager to work with superstar Tony Khan. When asked by reporters why he wanted to make the switch to AEW, Cole said, "There are so many factors, and I can go on and on. I've always wanted to work with Tony Khan though. He's such an incredible person. He has such a love and passion for pro wrestling, and it's contagious. He just eats, sleeps, and breathes this stuff." Cole also believes that the entire AEW team is an outstanding group of professional athletes and wants to be part of that electric energy. Quote, "And that's great, especially when you're the one leading the charge for a company like AEW. On top of that, you've got a locker room full of guys who are ready to do anything and everything to deliver the best match, the best segment possible." Finally, we'll discuss Cole's future with AEW. Despite leaving the WWE team, Cole insists that there's no bad blood between him and the WWE. He has often remarked that he cherishes the time he was able to spend working with veteran superstars Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Cole is more confident that he'll be a key contributor and add to AEW's momentum. So if you're a wrestling fan, make sure to stay tuned and get ready for some impressive pro wrestling action coming your way. There's no debating the fact that Adam Cole is going to take AEW to a new level and give the fans what they desperately want and need: high impact, high intensity, head smashing pro wrestling action. Thank you for listening and watching. Make sure to like and subscribe because more exciting and informative videos are on the way.